Greetings everyone, welcome back to the Orlando Science Center YouTube channel. My name is Spencer, and today we are celebrating an amazing new space mission, the launch of a brand new Martian rover. We will also be building a time capsule, which is a capsule that will store objects for several years. But to talk about why we're doing that, we need to discuss what this rover can actually do. This is the rover that we're talking about. Its name is Perseverance, or Percy for short. Perseverance looks a lot like the last Martian rover we launched, Curiosity, but Percy comes with some impressive upgrades. It has been developed and constructed by the JPL, or the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. They are a research facility that has done some incredible things, like creating the first successful interplanetary spacecraft and sending robotic missions to study planets, asteroids, comets, and the moon. Okay, cool, so JPL is making another Mars rover. But we've already got the Curiosity rover on Mars, so what makes this one so special? Well, Perseverance has three main jobs. The first is to seek signs of ancient life on the Martian surface. The second is to test new technologies for future missions, and the third is to collect rock and soil samples for possible return to Earth. It includes tons of gadgets and gizmos that are going to help it do that, but some of my favorites are the new spectrometers that it carries. Spectrometers are instruments that allow us to see exactly what kinds of molecules exist on Mars, and they can tell us if there are any organic molecules that could allow for life. It also holds an experiment called MOXIE, which is a small box that will try to create breathable oxygen from the carbon dioxide in the Martian atmosphere. If it works well, we could scale up this technology for future human missions to the Red Planet, or to create rocket fuel for return missions. Now, Mars is super far away and incredibly deserted, so it can get kinda lonely for our Martian rover friends. But thankfully, Percy is not traveling alone. This little guy is actually hitching a ride on Perseverance. It is a Mars helicopter called Ingenuity. If all goes well, it'll be the first machine to ever fly on another world. It is testing flight stability in the thin Martian atmosphere, again to help teach us what we need to know for future missions. But that's only a few of the many instruments traveling aboard this rover. I mean, just look at all these different tools. Most of these tools were designed to help with Percy's first two missions, to seek signs of ancient life on Mars and to test new technologies. But the time capsule that we're making today is all about Percy's third mission.
And the third is to collect rock and soil samples for possible return to Earth.
Exactly! The Perseverance rover will create core samples of rock and soil, which it'll leave behind as it continues roving on its merry way. And then a future mission will come and collect those samples to return to Earth. This is huge! We learned so much from the rock samples that the Apollo astronauts brought back from the moon's surface. There's just nothing that we can send on a rover that can compete with the analyzing capabilities that we have back here on Earth. So if we want to unravel all the mysteries of the Red Planet, we really need to grab those rock and soil samples from Mars and bring them all the way back home. Now, this isn't going to be easy. To be honest, neither NASA nor JPL know exactly when we're going to be able to collect those samples. It'll likely be over a decade. But that's one of the reasons that this rover is named Perseverance. If we want to complete this mission, we need to persevere and overcome the new engineering challenge of collecting those core samples. And that brings us back to our time capsule. You may have heard of time capsules before. They are, well, capsules that you store for a certain amount of time. We are going to pack it with various objects from across different exhibits at the Orlando Science Center that represent who we are today, and we're not going to open it until NASA and JPL send their return mission to Mars to grab those core samples. And I encourage you all to do the same because time capsules are so fun to make and they're even more fun to open. The first thing you'll need to do is decide where to store your time capsule. A lot of people will bury them outside, but that's not allowed everywhere, and you'll need to figure out if it's allowed where you live before you do so. If it's not, or if you just don't want to go through that trouble, you can put it in the attic, or deep in a closet, or under your bed. We will be storing ours in the
Deep storage catacombs of OSC.
Next, you need to design your capsule. We are going to use this amazing capsule that our fantastic fabrication team designed, but you can use anything, a bin, bag, box, or whatever will hold some stuff. Now, of course, it's going to be stored for a few years, so make sure it's pretty durable, and especially if you're planning to store it underground, it's gotta hold up to those conditions. And, of course, you should decorate it. Now we need to decide what to put inside the time capsule. It should be stuff that you care about, but won't miss too much. They should represent who you are, or what you've done, things you like, or just some really cool space stuff. We are going to put in different objects from across various exhibits at the OSC, stuff like a staff shirt, because, well, we love our staff. A feather from NatureWorks, because, well, we love NatureWorks. An orange and scarf from Kidstown. A bottle from Kinetic Zone. Some goggles from the Digital Adventure Theater that represent all the things we do in there that requires a bit of extra safety. Something that we made with a laser cutter in the Hive, our makerspace. A fossil from Dino Digs, our amazing dinosaur exhibit. A paper airplane from our planet. And finally, an OSC name tag. What kind of things do you think that you'll add? Let me know in the comments. And finally, you should write a note. It's always fun to read a letter that you wrote yourself a while back. You can talk about your life, your hopes and dreams, or why you chose the items that you did. And if you can't think of anything else, just talk about how excited you are for the Perseverance mission. You'll also need to decide how long to keep your time capsule closed. We are going to try to keep ours closed until the capsules that Percy makes are returned to here on Earth. But that's going to take a very long time, and it's actually possible that it never happens at all. So you may want to just decide on a number, like 10 years. And that's it. All that's left to do is close it up, write "Do Not Open" on there, and put it into storage. And now, I wait. On second thought, I don't think I should just wait here for 10 years. I'm gonna go get a snack. I am so excited for Percy to launch, and even more excited for it to land in February. I mean, we're gonna learn so many incredible things, and we're gonna be one step closer to sending humans to another planet for the first time. And now I can be super excited about opening a time capsule as well. I hope that you try to make your own and that you keep an eye on all the awesome science coming out of the Perseverance mission over the coming years. We at OSC will be here to talk all about that fantastic science, so if you want to learn more, subscribe to the channel so you can check out all of our other videos. That's going to do it for me. My name is Spencer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.